And I think the best thing is when their patients go back to them and tell them, I met Dr. Dipali, I had these issues, and now things are going better. It may not be 100% better, but that also
Yes,
is
yes.
very
That
good
is,
feedback,
in
right?
fact, in fact, Tamanna, that is how my word spread it to multiple pediatricians. Like mouth to mouth publicity and patient to pediatrician thing is also very important. It will not give you results to develop your practice in 6 months or 8 months. It took me around now 3 years that pediatricians know, okay, she will not do anything wrong. She won't compromise the weight gain.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another podcast from the series Voices from the Lactation Field in India. And today's topic is collaborating with pediatricians. For this, we have with us two of our graduates from Gujarat, Tamanna and Dr. Dipalee. We're so glad they're here with us. So let's get on with it.
And one of the exciting things that we've been piloting the last few months is having some of our graduates come alongside the Begin Ed India team. And so if you finished a course recently, you've received an email from Tamanna, you have potentially had a phone call with her or a Google Meet like this with her, because she came through the ACLP program and has been so successful in her professional career, and she loves coming alongside people like you. And then Dr. Dipalee, I was remembering she was in one of our batches for the IBCLC exam. And whenever I think about a couple groups, she is so active. And so this idea for this session today came from her because there was this discussion between people about how do I work with pediatricians? How do I charge? How do I do this better? And so she does such a great work in Gujarat, and Tamanna is in, why did I just freeze?
Jaipur.
We've been talking about how they both speak Gujarati. So I'm turning it over to Tamanna. You can greet us in Gujarati together. So over to you, Tamanna.
Sure. Thank you so much, Dana. So like Dana said, I'm joining in from Jaipur, and we have Dr. Dipalee with us, who is logging in from Baroda in Gujarat. And like Dana mentioned, we both speak Gujarati, and there's a stereotype about Gujaratis, right? Like when they meet, they always speak in Gujarati. So Dipalee, at some point, we'll do a few apre thodi vato karsu, right? But it'll be difficult for other people to understand. So we're going to go keep it to
Hi,
English.
hi, Anna. So I'm a hardcore Gujarati, I know, but I have learned to speak Hindi without Gujarati accent. But I still can't help it sometimes.
Which is fine, which is great, right? We want a mix of everything. All right, so we'll get right to it. Dipalee,
Wait, can I ask a question? What does Hindi sound like with a Gujarati accent?
जब भी मैं बोलूंगी तो वो ऑटोमेटिक आ जाता है. समटाइम्स मुझे एम्बेरेसिंग भी लगता है कि जैसे मैं गुजराती थोड़ा टोन विदाउट उसके कैसे हिंदी बोलूंगी.
Okay, so the tone is a little different. Is the genders, like, do you have genders in Gujarati?
Yes, yes.
Okay, similar. Okay, all right.
When a South Indian person speaks Hindi, it is totally their own accent. And when a Gujarati speaks Hindi, they have different accent.
Okay, all right. I won't interrupt again. Sorry, Tamanna.
It's okay.
yeah, like I can make out the Gujarati accent in her Hindi, right? Okay. So Dipalee, Dr. Dipalee, tell us what your background is academically, and after that we'll get into why you got into this field. Okay, so your background, please.
So I passed out from Vadodara Homeopathic Medical College in 2010 as a BHMS, which is Bachelor's in Homeopathic Medicine and Surgery, which allows me, it is a state registered a doctor's degree. So it allows me to have my clinic and practice and everything. So first 2 years I was into like mixed practice, honestly, because it was a student time. I was a fresher. I was working in a gynec hospital, MD hospital, different hospitals as a medical officer. So it was a time to gain all the experience with different medical conditions. Then जो हर औरत की कहानी है, something like that. I had my marriage and babies, and I had a long break, which was from 2011 to 2020, and it was enough break to completely shut me down and shut down all the even medical terms I forgot. So I was back in practice in 2020 when my kids were almost grown up. So it was a long time when I was not into practice, but all those times I was connected with my friends and other things, and I definitely was focused on private practice only. But initial times I had my practice in homeopathy, in allopathy, even in acupressure and everything. So I have gone through all these things, and now I'm very, very, very clear that I want to do only lactation specific practice. So it took me a long time to understand my own passion actually.
Nice. Thanks for sharing that. And very quickly, when did you do your ACLP and when did you get a chance to, get your IBCLC degree?
So in 2020, I started my clinic, my own practice setup, own space. I first 2 years, it was a COVID time, very bad time. I started my practice right before COVID. I started, and then I was depressed. ये कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. I was not getting enough patients and everything. But in 2022, I was settled in my practice. It took me 2 years. After 2022, I focused on lactation practice, and then I started my ACLP course because I understood that getting a qualification is extremely important. Without qualification, you cannot even talk to pediatricians, you cannot even approach pediatricians, even if you know all mother baby basics, but you need a lactation specific course. So I started ACLP in 2022, I think 23, I think 22. And then in 24, I opted for IBCLC. For 2 years, I was with mother babies, and I gained enough experience to appear for IBCLC. So at that time, I think I attended a workshop from someone, I don't remember, but she said that don't hurry for IBCLC. You have to have the experience, and what you will understand is based on the actual mother baby interactions. So I took 2 years, and then I appeared for IBCLC.
Got it. Lovely. Yeah. So the same thing, even I'm taking my time to kind of figure out when I want to apply for my BCLC. So that's a good pointer that everybody can think about it because it is a time commitment and you can see when you're ready to do the exam. And Dana is going to take questions about this later, about the pathways and the IBCLC application process. Okay. And Doc, a little bit about, I know you said you took a break and that was a break from, you were kind of detached from your medical background. So you want to share how your feeding journey was with your children, if there was anything in specific you want to share.
Yeah, so that was actually the question, what motivated you, and I actually rehearsed it. But see, I think every lactation consultant is born out of their own lactation journey. I myself as a mother have gone through every possible problem, Tamanna. Relactation, bottle addiction, latching issues, okay, slow weight gain, jaundice. I have 2 kids, so both them covered all the varieties possible except premature because they were full-term babies. And I was in USA when I delivered both of them. I had a very good lactation consultant's help, but they were totally useless. I don't know what they are doing there, but they didn't guide me for anything. And I went through so many things. For relactation, I didn't even know the word. It is called relactation at that time. I was just a mom, over consumed by so much work together and everything. I think in 2014, when I delivered in Chicago, Dana can understand that time. Even there, lactation consultant was a very new concept. I didn't get a professional one in my first baby, which was in 2014. But in 2017, in the second baby, I got 2 lactation consultants within 3 days before discharge. So that was the time in USA also, it was developing field. Before in 2014, when I asked my pediatrician about this, they had no clue that they can refer me to a lactation consultant or something. In India, it is still in infancy right now, this field, but in USA also that time I had struggled. So all those things I did researches for my problems, I solved them. For my second baby, I was very determined. I will do only breastfeeding, but only determination is not going to help you. That I understood afterwards because he was not gaining enough weight and all. Touch wood, they both are healthy right now. But I can see the immunity difference and all this. But that was the time when I realized this is the field nobody has touched, and I must do something about this to reach out all those hundreds and thousands of mothers who are struggling just like me. So after I moved to India in 2017, yeah, I took 2 years of again settling down break, and then when I started clinic, I understood that I should just start taking patients, whether I know a lot or not. So I started taking patients, and gradually I could understand, okay, there is a lot of things into this premature babies, ICU work, which I was not doing initially. Initially I was only playing with, mature babies and small issues. Then gradually it took me far away. But this
Right.
is how I got determined, no, I want to do this only.
Okay. And would you tell us about your current work setting? Like, how do you work? Or do you go to private hospitals, or you also are you attached with any hospital? And you did mention you have your own consulting space as well.
Yes, so currently I'm only focusing on my private practice. I do hospital work on call only, which is not a full-time work in any hospital. Like, I'm not attached and I'm not compelled, compulsory visit mujhe dena nahi hai. I don't have to go every day to a particular hospital. I have around 5 to 6 hospitals. They call me once or twice in a day, in a week. So I get rotation hospital visits, and rest of the patients I check only in my own clinic. So my focus is only private practice, I would say, because I have always a mindset ki I want to do only private practice. So it gives you more freedom, more control, more control over what advices you are giving, rather than you're working under a pediatrician or someone else. So private practice is better both way, even money wise and career wise, I would say.
Sure. So maybe later, like, so initially you might have had to reach out, right, to maybe to pediatricians, to gynacs, and now your name is out there, and now private practice makes more sense for you to focus on. So tell us, how do you collaborate with pediatricians?
So, Tamanna, see, initially I was having like 2, 3 babies in a month. That is how I started. It took 1 year for this frequency to increase. It's not like you are going to get a lot of babies right away. It's not going to happen. You must collaborate with pediatricians. So what helped me is, see, I used to meet so many pediatricians initial time when I was doing ACLP. I was still doing ACLP and I started meeting them. They would give me various answers. My staff is already trained. My staff can do wonders. We are already bombarded with breastfeeding importance, and all these answers I'll get. See, you have to be like, when you want to reach to pediatrician, you don't have to focus what they are saying. You just have to give them a message that you are there to help mother and baby. Whenever they will call you, they will only call you when their staff cannot do anything. So in small towns it is like that, they will only send to their staff. But when we approach pediatricians, it's very important to reach more pediatricians rather than focusing only 2, 3, maybe 30, 40, 20 pediatricians. Out of them, only 2 or 3 or 5 will send you patients. It's not like you don't go to pediatricians. Aisa to nahi. You have to visit them, you have to talk to them, you have to give a small idea what type of cases you deal with, when you can help mothers and everything. So it is very important to reach to pediatricians and hospitals, of course, gynec and maternity hospitals. When you meet a gynecologist, they will know that you need a lactation consultant, but they don't want to accept this, that they need a consultant. So it will take time, it will take time gradually. But yes, you keep meeting, I would say at least twice in 6 months should be the frequency. Every 3 months you visit the same person, because they tend to forget. They have pharma people meeting them and lot other people, so they don't know that there was a girl who came here for lactation thing. So when they have a mother who is struggling, then they will remember, okay, there was a girl who is a lactation consultant or professional. So it takes few visits. to
Sure.
pediatrics.
So I think that's a good message for, new grads who are coming into this, that,
Don't be
be
shy. I would
determined.
say don't be shy.
Shy.
ऐसा नहीं सोचना कि मुझे नहीं आता है मैं क्या करूंगी, what I'll do, what I'll talk to them. You just go and talk. If you do mistakes in talking, you will learn that okay, next time if you meet someone else, you don't have to say this or start with this. So
And,
once what happened, Tamanna, I met to a very senior pediatrician. He told me we are already bombarded with the importance of breastfeeding, and I know the importance of breastfeeding. So what I was telling him, he was the first one I met. So I was very naive and unexperienced. So I was telling him, sir, it is very important to do all this. So he was bored with my talk, but then eventually I realized I have to talk about the actual issues, that how you will help a jaundice baby, how you will help a latching issue, how you will help a flat nipple thing when they cannot do anything, being a male pediatrician. So this is how you talk with pediatricians. I can
sure,
even
that's good
speak
to
more
know.
about
And
this.
did you also take a resume or something to give them, or something
I
like
didn't take.
like contact information or something like that?
Yes, yes. I think all new LCs, they should make a small Canva or something which gives information about your qualification, which is a must thing. Sub qualification likhna hai, all write all the qualification you have, not like this and that only lactation aisa nahi, you write everything. And then you write a list of problems, basic problems like flat nipples, low milk supply, this and that. And then you write your location. It is very important. If you are not having a particular location, then you write a phone number and appointment based, whatever you want to write. If you are only providing, first you have to decide you want to do online more or a physical consultation more, because nowadays I'm seeing lot of people are more skilled on online consultation. So if that is the thing, then you have to write in your pamphlet that online is also available, online consultation, home visits are available. Because when you want to give that piece of paper to a pediatrician, what he will do, he will give the same piece to the patient, so they will read everything what is written into that. So you must write your timings are extremely important, phone number and location. If you don't have a location, then write appointment based. So this is a basic thing you must provide to all your patients.
Right.
And
Something for
I
the
think
recall value, maybe.
you cannot squeeze this information in a visiting card. You have
Yeah.
to have a small, at least half A4 size pamphlet.
Sure. And maybe you can have an electronic version also, if you want to send it out to
Yes,
pediatricians who are
on
sharing your
WhatsApp. Yeah.
their numbers with you. That sounds like good advice. What would do you have any tips on, like you said that, you met a senior pediatrician and you were just saying very basic things, which, he understood. What are the things that you would recommend that new grads, new LPs, new LCs say when they meet pediatricians?
Yeah, so see, so you meet a pediatrician and they will tell you कि आजकल तो सबको दूध ही नहीं आ रहा है, सबको low milk supply है, all these things. So you, if a pediatrician tells you that every mother is having low milk supply, so what we will do? You have to explain them that, sir, it is very important that breast is stimulated, because pediatricians don't know this. They tend to forget that okay, it is important to stimulate the breast. So it is very important when the mother and baby is separated, you do early introduction of pumping or hand expression. Sir, your staff will not know how to hand express properly. I can teach them a proper hand expression method. I can give them a proper storage guidelines. See, this is how you can convince pediatrician. They will know, okay, my staff wouldn't know this. I will teach your staff also. You can say if you are interested in staff training, then they will focus on you. Okay, this girl will give some information to my staff also. So I started actually training to staff also in various other hospitals. Not a proper training, but basic trainings I give to staff. So then they also started focusing more on lactation specific things if the staff is trained. So when you talk to a pediatrician, talk on their level, that what you can provide to their patients and their staff, and this is how their breastfeeding goals will increase, breastfeeding ratio will increase. You can help a mother when the mother baby is separated, how you will help. All these talks you can do. If you talk about a nipple shield, suppose then you have to tell the pediatrician that, sir, nipple shield will compromise the milk transfer. So it is very important that you use only if it is required. Nowadays, I see in pediatrician's office, they right away they put the nipple shield. So even if it is not required, they'll just put it. So you can have a small discussion of lactation specific issues, so
Right.
pediatricians will understand, okay, what we are talking
Right.
about.
And I think the best thing is when their patients go back to them and tell them, I met Dr. Dipali, I had these issues, and now things are going better. It may not be 100% better, but that also
Yes,
is
yes,
very
that
good feedback,
in
right?
fact, in fact, Tamanna, that is how my word spreaded to multiple pediatricians, which I have not even met them, few of them. But एक patient ने बोला, दूसरे को बोला, one patient told the pediatrician. The pediatricians are also talking in between. They have WhatsApp groups that they put your information into that. There is a lactation consultant who can help for these type of issues. So patient to patient transformation, message pass on, and like mouth to mouth publicity, and patient to pediatrician thing is also very important. It will not give you results to develop your practice in 6 months or 8 months. It took me around now 3 years that pediatricians know, okay, she will not do anything wrong. She won't compromise the weight gain. She won't compromise. उनको ऐसा लगता है ना कि हमारा बच्चा एकदम डिहाइड्रेशन हो जाएगा. They will understand कि okay, lactation consultants only do breastfeeding and baby will go into dehydration. There is no milk supply. That is what they think about lactation professionals. They think that okay, they don't have any training, but you have to tell the patients also that inform this to your pediatrician, whatever I told you. After the consultation, you have to tell your mother baby that inform this to your pediatrician, and ask them if there is any changes into the care plan. Be open for changes into the care plan. If your pediatrician suggests no, you have to feed this much of amount of formula, then you have to give a medium way to the patient. Okay, we will stick to this amount if your pediatrician is not agreeing with me. So these type of discussions you should do with patients, so they will tell their pediatricians कि ऐसा बोला इन्होंने.
Right.
And
So it's
I
important to
think,
have.
yeah, and you have to inform the pediatrician on WhatsApp also after the
Mm.
consultation. Okay, sir, I saw these things in baby. Sometimes they are like, okay, breastfeeding is going very well, but the latch is very shallow. There is no milk transfer. So you have to inform the pediatrician that, sir, in this patient, there is no proper milk transfer. So we have to do a slow supplementing and nipple shield use or whatever you suggest. So you inform the pediatrician. That is how it helps to build the rapport.
Right. So communicating well with the patient also, with the new mom and the family, and with the pediatrician. Okay.
Yes.
Would you like to share a recent case that you collaborated with while working with a pediatrician?
Oh yes, Tamanna, there is a pediatrician in my network. He is extremely breastfeeding supportive. And whenever he first time introduced formula, he will send the patient right away to me. So without his support, I don't know if I was here or not. So I had a case recently. I even posted it in a group. It was a twins pregnancy. One baby was lost and only one baby was there. So one baby survived, and mother had a small breast. I wouldn't say typical IGT, insufficient glandular tissue, but I gradually started pumping, started lots of breastfeeding, oral stimulation directly. I believe in direct oral stimulation rather than shifting to gadgets. So these type of things went on. Baby did not gain weight. So I informed everything to pediatrician. Every week I will see the mother baby. Every week I'll inform the pediatrician. So this is how the case is going. We are still feeding formula 2 times in a day, because pediatrician was insisting on exclusive breastfeeding. But baby would gain more weight on formula and less weight on breastfeeding. And mother had IGT, which I didn't inform her that you have IGT. I didn't want to, disappoint her with all this Google search. So I didn't even tell the pediatrician she has insufficient glandular tissue. But after I was confirmed that, okay, she definitely has IGT, and that is why there is no milk supply enough, even after 1.5 months of age. So I had a good success. Right now, baby is 2 months old and gaining steady weight, and with 2 formulas per day, and rest of the things are breastfeeding. So that case is very close to me because breasts were very, very small. Mother almost lost hope, but with lots of oral stimulation, physiological, which is a physiological stimulation which baby provides on breast, pediatrician allowed me to do this. We had a very close weight monitoring, every 5 days weight monitoring, and then we shifted the baby on a majority of breastfeeding. There was a time when we shifted completely on breastfeeding, and then again I introduced formula because baby was not gaining weight. So that
Sure,
was a
that's so nice.
collaborated thing with pediatrician. It was a combined decision with pediatrician.
Right. See, that's so nice that the pediatrician was so open to, keeping on collaborating with you. But also, like you mentioned, it took you a while to get where you are, right? Like
Yes,
you
yes.
said, you had maybe one or a few cases in a month, and now you have so many pediatricians, sending you referrals. So, like a take-home message, maybe for the new grads, would be that be determined. You can start out slow, but you keep at it, and your work will speak for itself, and you will
Yes.
get referrals your way. Okay. So I had a little bit of because we have to Dipali and I are going to still talk a little bit in Gujarati, but we are maybe just going to close it with Gujarati. Dipali, you want to share? First of all, Dipali, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing so much
Thank
information,
you so
even your
much,
struggles.
Tamanna and
Everybody's
Dana.
happy to share about how successful they are. But it was so nice that you shared how it was a struggle for you, maybe with your babies also, and then during your practice when you started. So it kind of gives everybody like a motivation to be continue to be determined. And we are going to say bye in Gujarati, and I'm going to let Dipali do that. And thank you, Dana, for having us here.
ગુજરાતીમાં બાય એટલે આવજો, મજામાં કેમ છો એ તો આપણે મળીએ ત્યારે, બટ આવજો is the best thing. ફરી
And
મળીશું.
also,
ફરી મળીશું.
aujo means like we'll meet again. So Gujarati is we don't
Oh,
say bye. It's like aujo means
આવજો.
you come
આવજો
again
means
and you see
actually
us
you come
again.
back ऐसा.
Come
Oh,
back
it's a
again.
welcoming back too.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Well, we will welcome you back both again. It was such a great session and just such a crucial topic of working with the pediatric team, whether that's at the hospital, whether that's in our communities. We need each other. And so we want those relationships to be strong. We want to be collaborative. And we want the families to succeed. That's the end goal. Healthy babies, healthy families, whether it's pediatrics or lactation professionals. That is our vision for all the families that we support.
Thank you so much for joining us for another podcast session. If you want to continue listening to such podcasts, please join us, subscribe us, and share this with your friends. And we look forward to seeing you in the next podcast. Bye-bye.